Mark Jackson lifestyle and net worth. Mark Jackson, born on April 1, 1965, is an American former professional basketball player who was a point guard in the National Basketball Association, the NBA. He played college basketball for the St. John's Red Storm and was selected by the New York Knicks in the first round of the 1987 NBA draft with the 18th overall pick. He played in the NBA for the New York Knicks, Los Angeles Clippers, Indiana Pacers, Denver Nuggets, Toronto Raptors, Utah Jazz, and Houston Rockets in a career spanning from 1987 to 2004. After retiring from playing basketball, Jackson became a broadcast commentator for ESPN and ABC alongside his former coach, Jeff Van Gundy, and play-by-play man, Mike Breen. He also worked as an analyst for the YES Network's New Jersey Nets games. In 2011, the Golden State Warriors hired Jackson as head coach. He coached the team for 3 seasons, but was fired in 2014 despite leading the Warriors to consecutive playoff appearances for the first time in over 20 years. Following this, he returned to ESPN and continued working as a commentator until his removal in 2023. Mark Jackson has a net worth of approximately $6 million. He is 6 feet 3 inches tall, which is equivalent to 1.91 meters tall. That being said, let's done. Mark Jackson early life. Mark Jackson grew up in the St. Albans neighborhood of Queens, New York. He was regarded as one of the nation's elite point guards while attending Bishop Laughlin Memorial High School in Brooklyn, under coach Patrick Quigley. Jackson gained a reputation as a street baller in New York. He was a college hoops star at St. John's University. While at St. John's, he played alongside Olympian and NBA All-Star Chris Mullin for 2 seasons. He credits Chris Mullin with teaching him the importance of rigorous practice work in the gym. While at St. John's, Jackson developed an unusual free throw line ritual of extending his hand and cupping his thumb and index finger around the rim. This helped him stay focused on the rim while shooting foul shots. He continued this well into his pro career, and it helped him to a career 77.0% free throw percentage. Mark Jackson personal life and extortion scandal. Jackson married singer and actress Desiree Coleman on July 29, 1990. They have 4 children. Jackson and Coleman divorced in 2017 after 27 years of marriage. His son, Mark Jackson Jr., played for the Manhattan Jaspers for the 2012 to 2013 season, after transferring from the University of Louisville. He is the older brother of and one street baller, Troy Jackson, better known as Escalade. Unfortunately, Troy Jackson died on February 20, 2011, at the age of 38. Jackson is a Christian and a licensed minister. Jackson is of partial Dominican descent, which qualified him to play for the national basketball team of the Dominican Republic. In June 2012, Jackson revealed that he had been the target of an extortion threat based on an extramarital affair and nude photos taken in 2006. Jackson said that he initially made payments of several thousands of dollars to a stripper and her accomplice to keep quiet about the affair and the photos. But when the alleged extortionists increased their demands, Jackson went to the FBI, and ultimately the alleged conspirators were named in felony criminal complaints. Jackson then confessed, and I quote, "I recognize the extremely poor judgment that I used both in having an affair 6 years ago, including the embarrassing communication I exhibited during that time, and in attempting to deal with the extortion scheme at first by myself." Mark Jackson broadcasting career. Jackson worked as an analyst for New Jersey Nets on YES Network, mostly with Marv Albert. He has also worked as an analyst for ABC, teaming with Mike Breen and former coach Jeff Van Gundy. At the end of the 2008 NBA season, Jackson unexpectedly quit his position with the YES Network. This move fueled speculation that Jackson would be replacing Isiah Thomas as coach of the New York Knicks. But Jackson said the rumors were untrue and the decision was based on a desire to stop commuting from Los Angeles and his contract with ABC. Still, the rumors persisted until the Knicks hired former Phoenix Suns head coach Mike D'Antoni. A basketball card depicting Jackson has gained notoriety for featuring the Menendez brothers in the background watching as courtside spectators. On May 17, 2014, Jackson reached a multi-year agreement to return to ESPN as a game analyst. In May 2023, in the days following the announcement of Joel Embiid as the 2022-2023 NBA MVP, but before the details of individual votes were known, there was public criticism, most notably by Charles Barkley on TNT's Inside the NBA, of the only voter who didn't include the Denver Nuggets center Nikola Jokic in his top 5. As the NBA released the individual voting ballots, it was revealed that ESPN's analyst, Mark Jackson, was the voter in question. Jackson immediately publicly apologized to the Nuggets and Nikola Jokic, stating that his exclusion of Jokic was a mistake and that Jokic was not only in the MVP discussion and deserved to be on my ballot, but is one of the greatest players in the history of this game and a top 10 center of all time. Jackson was let go by ESPN amid a wave of layoffs at the network in July 2020. Mark Jackson coaching career. On June 6, 2011, Jackson was hired as head coach of the Golden State Warriors. He was the first head coach hired by new owners Joe Lacob and Peter Guber, after inheriting a team that had made the playoffs just once in the previous 17 years. Jackson promised to turn the Warriors into a good defensive team and playoff contender, but struggled to a 23-43 record in his first year during the lockout-shortened 2011-2012 season, as the team suffered several injuries to key players while adjusting to a new system. In the 2012-2013 season, with strong performance from Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, Jackson led the Warriors to a 47-35 record and a number 6 seed in the Western Conference playoffs. It was the first time the Warriors had made the playoffs since the 2006-2007 season. The Warriors defeated the Denver Nuggets 4-2 in the first round, but lost to the San Antonio Spurs 4-2 in the semifinals. Originally signed under a 4-year, $8 million contract, Jackson earned 2 more years guaranteed on his contract in 2013, putting him under contract through 2014-2015. The following season, the Warriors improved to 51-31, the team's first season with 50 or more wins since 1993-1994 season. They reached the playoffs in consecutive seasons for the first time since 1992, but lost in the first round to the Los Angeles Clippers in 7 games. On May 6, 2014, Jackson was removed as head coach of the Warriors. The Warriors front office said the team was better than when Jackson arrived, but felt a different coach was needed to win an NBA championship. The following season, head coach Steve Kerr's Warriors won the team's first NBA title in 40 years. Jackson's time as head coach of the Warriors was marred by allegations of intense religious rhetoric and homophobia. Jackson had reportedly ranted about 2 staff members who were openly gay. Jackson is also notable for prompting an NBA rule change. In response to his penchant for backing down opposing point guards in the post for 15 or more seconds at a time, the league instituted the 5-second back-to-the-basket violation, sometimes called the Mark Jackson Rule, prohibiting an offensive player from dribbling with his back to the basket for more than 5 consecutive seconds when below the free throw line. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel for such amazing content.